The only time it respects people's opinions is when people boycott shit and it works, like this Bud Light thing.
Yeah.
And now people are like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Like, be careful, because look what happened to Bud Light.
Well, who controls Bud Light? That's the question. Why would they make a dumb decision like that? Are they trying to ruin Bud Light? And why would they want to ruin Bud Light? Are they trying to take down some of our most iconic American brands? And why would that help?
I don't think they were trying to. I don't think they had any idea this was going to happen. It's this ESG thing that everybody has to dedicate a certain amount of their time to, woke stuff.
Who mandates that?
It's a good question. Where's the ESG money come from? Is that government? Like, where's that come from? And it's they have scores, and the ESG score of your corporation determines what you get. And the problem is also you get these people that are coming out of college, like this lady who made the decision for Bud Light. She's gone through the university system, she's in the corporate system, and she's a woman, and she thinks, we have to be more inclusive, and that's all the language everyone's using today.
Yeah.
And so they don't know any real people. They don't know regular people. They have no idea that if you take a brand, Bud Light, which is like known for, blue-collar drinking people, that they like to fucking watch football and drink Bud Light, and then all of a sudden you have this mentally ill person who's just an attention whore, and you make a big deal out of putting this person's 365 days of womanhood. You put that on a Bud Light can, and they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then Kid Rock shoots a bunch of them, and then it's on. Once Kid Rock shoots your cans, you got real problems.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, man. It's kind of like, I think you gotta still ask why. Like, what?
You think there's like a conspiracy?
Well, who's getting hurt? Who's getting hurt in this whole thing? Is it the Bud Light,
Anheuser-Busch,
brass? Will their bonuses be affected? Will their checks and salaries be affected? You got this lower level person fired, and a bunch of middle class guys are paying the price because you got distribution centers, the guys that deliver the beer nobody want, and now they're out of a job. Now you're really attacking the middle class by making a brand that's so big take a hit like that.
It says here, the quickest destruction of a company in history. Bud Light sponsors Toronto Pride Parade.
So, it's
when was this? That was just the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so silly. They're leaning into it.
Like,
but
why
meanwhile,
would you...
the gays are mad at them. The Pride people are mad at them because they didn't support Dylan Mulvaney, so they like kicked it out of gay bars.
You don't win, either way at the end of the day. But, I think about the companies that own these companies, the people that own these companies, and why would they let a decision like that take the company down?
I don't think they thought it was going to. I think this is a legitimate public outrage one where they just pushed too far and people went, fuck you. And it wasn't even like a real promotion. It was a thing they sent a can to this person, this Dylan Mulvaney person. But I don't think it went anywhere else. I think it was just like, here, this is for you, and you put it on social media. They made some sort of a partnering deal, and that was it.
So why Target do the same thing?
Well, I think that's an ESG thing. That's an ESG thing, right? And Target lost billions of dollars too, because people are sick of this shit. They're sick of social things like that are controversial getting stuffed into your face, and where you have to accept it.
Yeah.
And people are like, I don't want to accept it. It's just like, I'm just coming here for fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, I think people got to keep it in perspective as well too. I don't think people grab a beer to be to learn about the newest social event or the social situation going on.
Right.
Grab a beer because you want a beer, hang with your buddies, or hang, with people that enjoy beer, and y'all shoot the shit. And politics really shouldn't be in somebody's beer mug,
They just don't get it. They think it has to be in everything. Everybody, because of social media, everybody feels like they're fighting some sort of social battle with everything they do. And, and this is one This is another one. It's like forced compliance. You're forced to comply with this, and it's fucking up women's sports in a huge way. And some organizations are pushing back against that, and some people are pushing back against the organizations that are pushing back against it, which to me is insane. Like, if you care at all about biological women, you should be against that.
What if like LeBron said he wanted to play in the WNBA? Like, I'm retiring from the NBA because I'm 49 and I'm gonna play in the WNBA.
Well, they wouldn't be able to stop it if he just decided to say publicly, "I identify as a woman." What are they going to do? They can't do anything, and then that would be the end. That would be. Dave Chappelle has a bit about it.
Yeah. LeBron scores 100 again tonight.
Well, there was some fucking knucklehead that was getting an interview. They said, if Mike Tyson identified as a woman, should he be able to fight women? And they were like, well, the short answer is yes.
Lord.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so, and there's also different specifications. It's like what you have to do and how long you have to take hormones before you can identify as a woman and compete as a woman. Like, just fucking stop.
I mean, who's going to check all that?
Yeah. There's a reason why there's women's sports. And
Yes.
there's a reason why there's men's sports. And you're not talking about who you are, what your truth is. Live your truth.
I mean, Title IX just got, just turned, 30 or something like that. You know what I mean? So
Protecting women's sports. Yeah.
Yeah, which is great because it forces schools and, they make a lot of money, teaching whatever they teach in them schools, and they should carve out some for women to be able to play for their school, That's great. And so I don't understand. Sometimes things don't make crazy man sense. And when they don't make crazy man sense, I just back out. I stop thinking about it.
Yeah, it's probably a good move because you're not going to solve it.
No.
I mean, I think ultimately it gets solved where people just don't accept it anymore. And then hopefully it'll go. I mean, maybe they could just develop a transgender league where trans people play against trans people. That would be great.
Why not?
But you can't pretend you're a biological female just because you wish you were. You can't pretend when it comes to women's sports. You can't pretend when it comes to women's rights issues. It's that's not. You don't want men dominating that because that's what it is. It's men entering to women's spaces.
Yeah.
And whether they're
ultimately
they identify as a woman, that's great. But you're a biological male.
Yeah.
And you want to compete against them? You want to play rugby against women? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
They want to dominate.
They want to dominate.